How did Russ become financially free? Let's talk about it in this video. Russ, born Russell Vitale, is a music artist who is most famously known for his tracks Losing Control and has come up as an independent music artist. He has been an active advocate for owning your masters and getting things done yourself. He has built up an impressive discography which has allowed him to venture off into other industries. In this video, we will be talking about how much he's made as an independent music artist, hint, it's a lot, and what he's doing to make his money work for him. So let's get into it. Russ has been a spokesperson for the independent artists throughout his career. He released and has profited off of over 300 songs that will never be touched by a record label. He has posted his TuneCore weekly pay that reaches over $100,000 per week. Just from TuneCore royalties alone, he makes over $7 million a year from being independent. Now, those numbers are impressive, but that is not easy. It took years of consistent hard work to get the opportunity to advance to this point. I want to stress that it is hard to make it as an independent, but it is possible. The purpose of being independent is to own your masters so you don't have to split with the record label. You may have heard many stories about artists being trapped in their label deal. Now, he has signed a deal before with Columbia Records. He signed a partnership deal to increase his distribution, which is a smart move because at that point, he has built up a massive audience and catalog that paid out. However, he wanted to reach a different level that only a record label could provide. Because of this, he did have one album with Columbia, which meant he would not get his full masters. It was more of a split. He was able to get that split because he had leverage. He had leverage from the business he built up around himself to get that short-term deal that benefited him. Now that he is an independent artist again, with a new level of audience, the future is looking bright for him. He has made millions from being independent. Now let's talk about how he makes his money work for him. When talking about investments, Russ has gone on record focusing only on long term. He obviously is very forward thinking with owning his masters and now with his investments. Now talking about the long game, Russ has invested into multiple real estate projects. In 2018, he invested in an apartment complex in Arizona. What is great about this is that he'll have multiple tenants paying this off, and his investment will come back fairly quickly, which in turn will bring him a profit. Now, he has not talked much on this over the past few years, but if he is buying an apartment complex in 2018, it is interesting to see what he might own now. Over the past 3 years, his wealth has grown immensely, and he could have a portfolio of properties now. Russ has also invested in a hotel in Las Vegas with famous billionaire Richard Branson. Now, he is most likely a small owner of this hotel, but still, a hotel in the strip of Las Vegas, that brings in a lot of money. I wish we could have exact figures of it, but I think you know how Las Vegas is. Now, he hasn't gone much into his investments, but I'm sure he's well diverse with what you can tell from this real estate section. He mainly fights for the independent artists, and you can see how that was a big return for him. So in summary, no matter how you feel about Russ, you can't deny that he played his cards right as an independent music artist. He showed the world that you can make millions by doing it yourself. You should think about it like that. He invested in himself. I mentioned that he brings in at least $7 million off of streaming per year. He has been popular in the game since 2017, meaning he's made at least $35 million off of streaming alone. We didn't even touch touring or merchandise just because you get the point. So, what can you take away from Russ? The biggest takeaway is to believe in yourself and what is best for you. He knew a record deal early on would trap him, which is why he played the independent game. If you have a passion, you truly need to believe in yourself and create action plans to execute to reach those goals. The key is to execute on those goals. Takeaway number 2 is to play the long game. He knew that being independent would set him up for life, and he believed in himself to get there. So, what is next for Russ? He will definitely continue to release music as an independent artist and bring in millions. He has briefly mentioned in the past talking about real estate, which has most definitely grown in the past 4 years. He is living his best life and playing the long game. The long game is what will get you to become financially free. The short game seems interesting now, but the long-term plans are what going to bring you true success. Of course, you do need both, and you need to learn how to properly execute on them. And this is how Russ became financially free. I hope you found this video informational. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, as well as let me know who I should cover next. I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a great day.